Good day, I'm African Crypto Warlord, and this evening we'll be looking at XRP USDT. If you enjoy or it is a little bit profitable for you to be watching this or helps you further understand what's going on in the markets, please do like and subscribe. So right now we're looking at a 12-hour time frame, and what I'm basing a lot of continuation off of, at least to the upside, will be if this candle closes above this JMA line, then I'll look for another open and close above the JMA line. When that happens, I'm more than happy to maybe buckle down long. But given that we're like some sub-cents away from this JMA, if we close below the JMA, then we get one more open and close below, then I look for term to the downside. So this is it coming in closing above the JMA 1, 2, and now it's looking for its continuation third pump. This is on a 12-hour. So if this does happen, you'll see a big change in market structure. So that's what we'll be looking out for. Our 5-day that we look at quite often in the last coming days has gone significantly negatively correlated, whilst volatility or Shannon Entropy is at 0. So what that means is that this can rip up or down, but because it's currently significantly negatively correlated on a low volatility, this is going to be a small candle. So that's on our 5-day. So this is just going to mess around for another 2 days and 7 hours in this region, and then as volatility starts to contract, as we can see, there's volatility here that's zeroing out on other indicators. That's what the green flashes are for. Someone's hitting the market with 10k, 8k, 7k. Someone sold out 40k. Okay, so that's our 5-day. So our 5-day, where it's pitched right now, will reduce this return oscillator to the downside. So what we'll be looking for is when this turns around, our Pearson correlation and our volatility starts to expand, whilst Pearson correlation is negatively correlated, that's going to help speed up this process. So depending on how high the next candle gets and when that kicks in is when you'll get your dip to buy in, at least on the 5-day. Now we're going to go look at the 3-day. So 3-day printed today, and as you can see, we stuck pretty much right in between two levels here. This will more than likely doji up at 308.06 before daily close. Same occurrence that's happening on 5-day. Low volatility, but it's contracting, and this is negatively correlated, so we look for float up. That's what's been buying this whole candle has been picked up by positive float. So we have mean reversion point here that we'll have to look for. Currently this doesn't have that much power anymore, but is supporting the mean reversion play. That is to happen. So we have 3-day mean reversion play happening now, and we have a 5-day that looks either like, if this 3-day turns around on a mean reversion, then we'll know that the 5-day has a chance to turn around on a mean reversion as well, and that will mean we look for the upside. So now we're going to go look for some 24 hours. So this super scalp has come up and hit its mean, and that could have been your first scalp off. Contraction was positively correlated, that's why this is printing below its open. Still sustainable. The trend, let's see, we haven't really had a mega of a trend yet, so we're looking to form one, considering we've had some red flashes. So as soon as the red flashes stop flashing, you start to look for the sell, and if it closes down here, then that will help with the next print to close and be denied mean reversion, which will push us below that 12-hour that we're looking at, that JMA. Okay, so now we go back to the 12-hour. As you can see, this is pretty much what's happening here. We had our mean reversion play, which gave us this. Our super scalper caught it. Contraction was negatively correlated. That's what's holding us up here, because usually XRP likes to dump quite quickly back down and like to close below where it's opened, right? Doesn't really want to fight it to the upside. It's more than happy to chill at the bottom. So we're going to go look at our 6-hour, and then we'll start to dial in what we think is going to be happening. Okay, contraction negatively correlated, that's float up. So maybe we float up into this JMA to test that this has already had its outlier event and it's crossing in back down. So this is going to take, because it's contracting in negative correlation, our return oscillator isn't going to hit as hard as we initially thought it would, because volatility isn't in the same direction as our returns. Okay, so that's going to drag it out. Now we go to the 4-hour. The 4-hour will always look like it's wanting to do something, so we're getting a trend expansion from here. Let's throw on our VRE levels. That's cool. So yeah, as we was watching, again, I'm not happy with the little wick that didn't touch my daily mean, my weekly mean reversion, VRE level, but we have returns positive to the upside. That still has to defend. So if this JMA, if this return oscillator closes here, this candle closes here, then you can say the next candle is trying to base off the JMA to go to the upside, and if it bases off the JMA buy-in, pushes up, that will help turn this around, considering that returns have pretty much been in the same place, well, the candles have pretty much been in the same place, and returns, they can start to stack up, and the number gets smaller, so this gets easier to flip around, the percentage returns through the candles. So 3 hours, the mean reversion. This is the mean reversion play. As we can see here, we're trapped in between a logarithmic MA and a VRE level. Contraction, this is still confused. So now we've got to be a little bit more sharp, and let's start to pick some levels. So super scalpers going for a push to the upside, which we'll only know pretty much now has it printed. So this would be a cool video to maybe get out. So a little bit of an expansion to maybe here, that will get us at least halfway this distance to mean reversion point, and then the next candle has opportunity to base off the JMA and then push through on this. So this currently looks like it's looking for a little bit of upside. There has been a lot of selling pressure that has been bought up. Easy observation, contraction, this would be confused. So this is a very tough time. I think I'm going to go back to more of a high time frame look. Let's go 3 hour or something like that and start a base chase off of like a 3 hour, because we want to look for continuation. Our 4 hour, which I posted in our Discord, is looking quite nice for positive drift, being captured in this region right here. So with positive drift coming in through the book on the 45 minute, if it can play into the 90 minute, so what positive drew to a 90 minute, it could give us a red flash, and this still has ample opportunity to be significantly positively correlated to the upside during expansion phase of volatility. Currently, this is the dump because it's contracting, was positively correlated. So that's the fight, you could say, is to see if 45 minute gets denied in this region here. If so, we come in and we're gonna at least touch our weekly mean, and this is our currently daily mean. We haven't touched our daily mean. So to the downside, there are your magnets, which we blew past on yesterday's show. Right, let me just throw those on, let me get those off, and then we can get the VRE levels off for now. So these were the VRE levels that we were interested in, that we had marked out yesterday. The VRE levels here. So we pretty much came in, we blew through our levels. On the lower term time frames, we'll be able to zoom in and check for the double tap on the daily mean and continuation to the upside. That was our magnet that we were talking about. 2 magnets to the upside, what happened and went up. So we have 2 magnets to the downside. And we haven't touched even our daily mean yet. We broke completely away from it, so to expect it not to come and touch one of these means before further expansion on 5 day. Further expansion on 5 day would be silly. That's a weekly mean. We've got 2.5 days to do that. So let's get on to the 15 minute, see what's happening, see what's crawling out of the bag here. Okay, so we've had a bunch of flashes. Everybody's lined up, so pretty much. So I can do this. I can do this. Mark set candle. Open up. Go wide. And let's go hunt for, because this is where we pretty much are. You open or close below this candle for the next flashes in a row, and you'll be able to know if you're bullish or bearish. So that's sort of the candle we're currently fighting over right now for the 15-minute flashes. So this is at least going to get picked up a bit. Oh, now it's a bit confused. Maybe they have to dump it a bit more to get that one to go red. If that goes red, then you'll see continuation to the downside. Okay, but yeah, so these are our levels. Let's mark some more off. So I'm highly interested in getting down here, and we could say, yeah, this is just being a shitload of signal processing. So I'm I'm not confident that we get up here. Make it blue. I'm not confident that we get up here unless we've touched this area, or copy and paste this area. Okay, as soon as we've touched these two targets, I'll look for a rally that won't get faded to the upside. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Contraction, let's go back to 45 minutes. If you stuck out this long, please do like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them below. So this is bringing us negative drift, contraction, positive correlated negative drift, which will pull us into these regions. That helps this mean reversion that just got denied over here play through. You will more than likely see return oscillator be caught in this outlier region once we get to at least one of these two levels. We'll see how volatility expands. If volatility expands, then we'll definitely get to this level at the bottom here, whilst volatility is expanding and is significantly negatively correlated, will get us to these regions. That's the play for the evening. I'm not too confident on this level up here, but this is crypto. As I say, we can wick in and push for that, and then for daily close we can go push back down to our daily close and see what happens from there. So there's quite a bit of range to be had. I hope you guys have a fun evening trading. Ciao bella.